Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I thought we would do something a little different today. It has been a long time since I did a diamond paint and chat, and I know more and more colorists are getting into diamond painting, and I thought it was very appropriate to do an Easter one. Now, I just did an unbagging of diamond paintings from GBFKE, and you will see that haul and that unbagging sometime this next week. Should be up on my channel. So there will be links to all of those diamond paintings, including this one, down in the description of that video. So here is, the diamond painting itself. Of course, they come up, they come all rolled up. So what I do, I will go ahead and show you this. Let's get this out of the way. I iron mine, and I iron it with this cute little travel iron. I love this thing. Isn't that adorable? It's just an itty bitty little travel iron. Works awesome for diamond paintings. And I just keep it on the mid or the middle temperature. Of course, do not put steam on. This is a steam iron, but keep the steam off. You don't want that on. And, you know, this is to put the steam on. You will not be using that. So you just plug it in. There's not an on and off, but you just plug it in. Heats up in no time. The case does not come with it, but when I seen there was a case specifically for this iron, yeah, I went ahead and bought the case. Also, you do have a pouch up here if you have anything you want to stick in there. So I'm going to leave links down below in the description to this iron and this case, in case any of you guys are interested in it. Now, when you diamond paint, well, let me go get one more thing that I just thought of. For when I iron, I also bought this pad, and it is an ironing pad that you just open up, and then there is a place, no, I have it upside down, there is a place to set your iron, but this is a heat-proof pad, so I just put this thing out on my cupboard, and I iron my diamond paintings. Now, when you iron it, make sure you iron it upside down. You don't, of course, want to iron on this side. Doesn't take much to iron these flat. Just go over it. Make sure you don't hold the iron, you know, in any one spot for any length of time. But you just go over it. Eliminates all of the creases. And then sometimes I'll have to go this way too, just depending on how creased that diamond painting is. Now you may see, again, depending on how creased the diamond painting is, you may see a little bit of a crease in the back, but the front usually is just fine. And once in a while, it's hard to iron all the creases out because the plastic is not flat on the front. So occasionally you may have to get all the bubbles out of the front so that you can iron it really good. But yeah, that's all I do to get my diamond paintings flat. So if I know that I'm going to be ironing, I typically get a number of my small ones out, and I iron a few at a time, rather than having to get this all out each and every time. And I also am going to be using a 30 by 40. Oh my. This is an A4 light pad. And I also have this little desk. It has a flap right here, so it can hold your light pad and your diamond painting. I diamond paint these in my lap, these nice small ones. My large ones I do upstairs in my diamond painting room on my big easels. These small ones I can do downstairs. So that's what I do. I put this in my lap. This has a nice soft cushiony bottom. And so in my lap it does tilt up a little bit. Otherwise there is a tilt inside of here. I'm not going to get it out right now, but I will leave links to everything down in the description below. So I went ahead and I plugged in the light pad. I think I'm just going to leave it on the low setting, and I'm hoping that that won't bother on for filming. Many times when they're this little, I leave the plastic covering on. However, bigger diamond paintings, I don't like working with this. So what I do is I use release papers. I bought these off of Amazon also. They fit perfectly in this case. Really lucked out. This is from, it's a large photo box. Has all different colors of these little bins that sit like this. And I got them from Michael's. Some of you may be aware of what I am talking about. So I just took one of these, put my stack of release papers in here, and it works perfectly. So I think because this is a full drill, I am going to go ahead, put some release papers on here. So I am going to, and I keep turning this on and off. I did have a cover. There are covers that you can put over here so you don't hit that switch all the time. Mine came off. It just slides down, or some flip up. You just flip it up to turn it on and off. Flip it down when you are working on it so that you don't accidentally hit that. Because if anybody has used these, and you could see, you barely have to touch these and you turn it on and off accidentally. So let's go ahead. Now this little bitty thing won't take too long. Now these are double-sided, so you don't have to be careful which side you put them down on. Some of them, however, are single-sided, so you want to make sure you put the non-sticky side down and not the paper side. So I always look for the double-sided. Let's see, should I put them this way or this way? I think we'll put them this way. And of course, they're not going to fit perfectly. Let's get paper off, because yeah, I hate that clear plastic paper. Just gets in my way. Now if I was off camera, I would make sure I'm putting these on here much straighter, but for the sake of speed, we will just do it quickly. There. Okay, so everything is covered up. Now I am going to put this down for now. I always start in the upper left when I do diamond paintings. So that's what I'm going to do today. Let me put my release papers away. So, excuse me, last night I kitted up this diamond painting, and all that means is I took all the diamonds, the colors, here we go again. There are 20 colors in here. Each of the packs has a number on it, which corresponds to the color. Normally, I put really good labels on and stuff just for speed. And because this is such a small one, I just wrote numbers on here on labels. And then you just put each color from the packets that has the number on in each container. So if you've diamond painted at all, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a lot of blue in the background. The whole background is blue. So number 15 is full, and I have 2 extra packs of blue that I put up there. One of the packs wouldn't even fill or fit in one of these, so I just opted to put it over here for when I you know, get lower on here, I just dump that one in. So that's just kind of what I do. So like I said, there are 20 colors. This is a 30 slot case. I love these cases. They're nice hard pack. They have handles on, just easy to move around. There are 15 slots, 30 slots, and 60 slots. And again, I'll leave links down below to each of those 3 sizes. And yeah, love, love, love these cases. All right, let's get to a couple other supplies. Depending upon what storage system you're using, you may need a spoon to spoon out your diamonds. If they are not separate containers that you can pour into your tray, you may need to use a spoon to get them out. There are a couple of storage systems that the little spoon comes in handy. Now, you typically in your toolkit will get that pink pen. This was a different type of kit. Came with a clear pen and a squishy on there. Some wax tweezers. There are some multi-placers in here. This is just, I have a lot of different pens. I don't use the pink pens or those clear pens. I use custom pens now, but this is just a cheap one I got off of Amazon. So again, I'll link this down below. And I have a skinny multi-placer in here. This is a 4. They come in all different sizes. You know, you have your single placer, then you can get a 2 placer, 3 placer, 4 placer, 6, 7. Don't know if they have an 8, 9, 10. I think that goes all the way up to 16. I don't use that big ones. But because I have so much blue in the background, I am going to be using probably a 6 placer to multi-place in the background. I'm not going to do that today though. In the multi-placer, I use this Quake Hold Museum Putty. I just love this stuff for the multi-placers. It just works the best for me. I know there are a number of other people that use this museum putty for both their multi-placer and their single placer. However, for the single placer, I absolutely love these glue dots, and these are the micro glue dots, and they're the smallest out of the sets. There's a lot of different glue dots. You can get the mini dots. Those are quite a bit bigger than these. So I do use the micro. So again, I'll leave more links. I have a lot of different trays. There are tons of different sellers on Etsy that are now selling 3D printed trays, and I've tried a number of them. However, I just keep going back to these cheap ones. I love these trays. These come with a lot of toolkits, not all. If you're getting the budget-friendly toolkits or diamond paintings, they come with those standard green boats that don't have a spout, so I don't like those. I like these white ones that have the spout. However, this larger white one is almost exclusively what I use. And again, you can get these off of Amazon. So again, I'll link that down below. But yeah, absolutely love this tray. Now the small one you could use if you just have a few drills or diamonds to place. So you could put only a few, in this case gray, because let's say you only have 4 or 5 in that area. You could just use the small one. However, I usually just use my big one. So it's up to you. I'm going to, because there is nothing filled in here yet, I don't think I've used this pen, I'm going to show you how I fill up with the glue dots. I do have a video on using glue dots, how I fill with the glue dots, because a lot of people do it differently. I just scoop one off of here. Now the micro usually takes 2 to 3, and I just push it down in with my finger. Some people use tweezers to push it down in there. For a brand new pen, I put 2 of them in. However, it typically takes 3. When you first start diamond painting though, with a new pen, when you first put glue dots in, 2 of them will be plenty. Eventually, this gets pushed down. You may need to add a 3rd one. So yeah, I just push it down in there. Now, when you first put it in, it's going to be super, super sticky. Probably too sticky. Some people just dab it on their hands or on the back of their hands. I myself like to dab it on my clothes. So, and then periodically it's going to get real sticky again. I just dab it on my clothes. Some people will rub it on the release paper. So whatever works best for you. Okay. Was that enough explaining? All right, let me get my glue dots back in the box. Let's see, where am I out to? I'm going to rip this off. And let me tell you, this one roll will last you forever. They're not that expensive. Yeah, they will last a long, long, long time, depending on how much you diamond paint. But just a couple of glue dots. I've done a large diamond painting. I've never had to replace them. Whereas like that pink wax, oh, yeah, I was replacing that quite often. All right, so like I said, I start from the top. Doesn't matter. A lot of people start from the bottom. I don't like to do that because then as I'm working on it, if it's a large diamond painting, you have the finished part of your diamond painting going down into your lap. I don't like that because I'm afraid the diamonds are going to come off the canvas. So that's why I work on the top first. Then as I'm coming down the diamond painting, it's going up, right? So to me, that just works better. Again, whatever works best for you. So let's take this first section off. So we have that cute pink egg. And is this going to bother you guys on camera? Let me zoom in and let's see if that's going to be too distracting. No, I think it'll be okay. When I am working on this, sometimes what I'll do is I'll take painter's tape or duct tape. I found actually the painter's tape works better than duct tape. And I'll duct tape on here or painter's tape, depending on where it's at. Especially when I'm doing my large canvases upstairs, I'll always use painter's tape and tape it down so that the diamond painting isn't moving. However, I didn't think of that. I should see if I have some in here. I'll be right back. All right. Didn't have any painter's tape or duct tape down here, but I have a lot of washi tape. So I just took some washi tape, put it along the edge, just enough so I could see the numbers over here and what the symbols were going to be, right? Just for now, so that it doesn't move all over on me. It'll stay to the light pad. So I have all my washi tapes in this cute little container. Don't put it on the sticky, Lisa. Always leave your cover sheets on before you, yeah. Don't do what I'm doing. Do as I say, not as I do, right? So you can put, jeepers, let's zoom out a little bit. You can fit quite a few different rolls of washi tape in here. So it's just a really cute little container. And then it Velcros shut. I also got this at Michael's. So if you have a number of rolls of washi tape, want to keep them organized, then each section unzips. So yeah, just a cute little organizer. All right, so I'll put that one away later. I think we're actually ready to diamond paint. All right, my camera is crooked, so I'll have to put my desk crooked so it's straight for you guys. All right, let's finally get on with it. I'm going to zoom you guys back in. Okay, so I'll move you guys up. Let's work on the pink. So let's do F first. And if we look over here, F is number 4. Grab number 4 out of my case. Pour some in. I always put the cover back on because you never know. But what I do is I leave it kind of tipped to the side. Because if you're like me, sometimes you forget what symbol you're working on and what number. This way I know it's number 4. Yeah, bad memory, bad memory. Then I shake up so that they kind of line up, right? And they're all face up. All right, let's see if this is not too sticky. Now, if you're working on a larger section and you don't want to stick your tray onto the sticky part of the diamond painting, you can always put this down here so that you're not going on the sticky part with either your hand or the tray. So I am shaky. So what I do, I brace my hand against the tray. I'm not quite as speedy as others because of that. I have to be a little careful, and mine are not always perfectly placed, but it still looks wonderful when you look at it from back far. So you can see, you can hear the little click, like that. And yes, this glue dot is perfect. Not too sticky, but yet sticky enough. So yeah, it will be good for quite a while. Like I said, eventually it's probably going to get too sticky again, which is the opposite problem. Starting to have problems. The opposite problem of what you have with wax. Because a lot of times the wax loses its stickiness, right? For those of you that diamond paint. Okay, if it's not sticking to the canvas, you are too sticky. So I'm going to dab it on my shirt. And yeah, that's all I do. Okay, so we have those F's done. Do we have any more F's? Don't see any. So let's do the G's. So then what I do, I just put them down to the bottom. Now, a lot of people don't want to do that before you get your container out. I just make sure I don't have any come out of the spout. Before I do that, however, I have my container open and ready to go. Most people, what they do is they don't pound them down. They don't shake them down to the bottom. They just leave them all up here, and then they go like that. Sometimes I find they, you can't even see me. Sometimes I find they stick in the tray. If they're sticking a lot, use a dryer sheet. Dryer sheets are a diamond painter's best friend. If you have a lot of staticky drills sticking together, you cut up little pieces of dryer sheets and put them in the containers. However, this kit was awesome. There's no static whatsoever. Turned it off. All right, so let's go to G, which is number 2. Whoops. If it don't pick up, lick your finger. Did I say that? Okay, so let's go on to the G's. Let's start talking a little bit. enough of me explaining everything, right? So, what's been going on this week? Not a whole lot. Same stuff every day, for the most part. Once in a while, there's something different. Took Bella in for a haircut. She always loves that. Oh, she just has such anxiety going in the car. As soon as she figures out that that's where she's going, oh my gosh, she starts shaking away. And then pants, and oh, I feel so bad for her. But yeah, she hates car rides. Usually the only time she's in the car then is for her grooming. Yeah, so she was clipped, had her toenails trimmed, had her teeth brushed, and she still has bad breath. Tell the groomer she's got to brush them better. What is it about dog breath? Cats too. Although I don't take my cat in for grooming. Let's move this out of the way. So yeah, her teeth don't get brushed, unfortunately. I know, I probably should be doing that. Do any of you guys brush your pet's teeth? Question of the day. I know it's more common to brush a dog's teeth. And my vet did actually give me a toothbrush to brush a dog's teeth and toothpaste. But oh my gosh, you talk about fighting with a dog. It's like, I don't think it's worth it. She'll just get her teeth brushed when she goes to the groomer. They can deal with it. And of course, they know how. You know, they know. They've dealt with so many dogs that, you know, they have to do things with. Like trimming her nails. I have tried to trim her nails. Nope. I think if I would have touched her paws more when she was a puppy growing up, she wouldn't be so leery of me touching her paws now, because she really doesn't even like me touching them. But like I said, she didn't grow up with me touching them a whole lot. Sometimes I'll dry them off if I've taken her out potty and it's time to go to bed. I don't want her coming into bed with, you know, wet paws. Or if it was raining out and she's all wet, I'll dry her all off. But yeah, then I'll have to touch her paws, and you know, she doesn't care for it either, but she puts up with it. Now here are some places I could use a multi-placer for, but for the sake of the color and chat, I'm not. Or the diamond painting chat. I know lots of diamond painters, well, not lots, some diamond painters who do, they call them whip-in chats. They don't call them diamond painting and chats. They normally multi-place, but when they're doing their whip-in chats, it's just easier for them to single place also. Just because they're not concentrating as much on their diamond painting, because you're talking at the same time. You know, we're having to do that thing called multitasking. It's not just the talking, it's the thinking of what you're saying. And that's why so many times when we're doing chats, we say something really off the wall, and sometimes we realize what we just said, and sometimes not. And you're probably like, what? What'd you just say? Or something that was totally wrong. And again, sometimes we catch it, sometimes we don't. Most of the time, you guys know what I mean, though. If I say this color instead of that color, and it's totally wrong. Now, normally, I don't do this, but I see that I only have a few more G's to do. So I am going to go down, and I'm going to finish this. That one was upside down. And I will periodically do that. Only if I see I have a few more. Like there's a few C's down here also. So I'll be doing those too right away. So we'll see if we can get this pink egg done. And then I will work on the rest of it on my own. I am hopefully getting this diamond painting for this big project in pretty soon. Oh, there's a couple more G's. Might as well do those too. So then I will be working on that pretty much exclusively. But I do want to get this done. All right, that's all the G's. I think before I cover this section up, I am going to go ahead and do the C's. Now, this is what most people do. Open your container, leave them like this, and then don't do it over your open part. Do it over here where it's covered, and then you just pour them all in. Again, sometimes they'll stick in here. If you have a big problem with that, yeah, wipe this all down in these little ridges with a dryer sheet. Works wonderfully. Okay, now C is number 3. So they're all right in a row. Just all different shades of pink. Oh, have to let my doggy out. One moment. Oh my gosh. Talk about interruptions. All right. We're going to do the C's now. Where did I put my diamond painting pen? There it is. Okay. Let's do these couple of C's way down here. That was a G. Let me put that back in. It's just a little bit darker than the C's. And I hope my head isn't in the way. Good. It's the one good thing about zooming in. I can look closer at what I'm doing, but yet my big head doesn't get in the way. So now you're just filling in, which is the fun part. Okay, I think I'm going to put this back over here. All right. So, Friday night into Saturday morning, we had a nice ice storm. You know, ice is even worse than snow. So we had like, well, we had like a quarter, not even a quarter inch of ice, which I don't care how much ice you get, it's slippery no matter what. But we had rain then because it had warmed up. And so that melted the ice relatively fast. But yeah, we had ice storm warnings. They had gotten more up north than here. Now we're supposed to get snow this weekend. But boy, we had a lot of rain. Some places had aerial flood warnings because, of course, the ground is still frozen, so the water can't soak in. And we had gotten over an inch of rain. So yeah, there was some flooding going on. We didn't have any around here. It was west and north of us that had some flooding problems. They must have gotten more rain than we did here. We got enough. You know, and you know the old song, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. No. I say, what did I say? Rain, rain, come and stay. Stick around another day. It was so nice to see the rain. And we actually had a thunderstorm. It was awesome. Not a big thunderstorm, just some rumbles for a while. And of course, Bella hates thunderstorms. Oh, she was hiding under the end table next to me. Yeah, so then Bob was in bed already. So I let Bella in there because she likes to hide under his bed when it's stormy out. So let her in there. Whoops, didn't pick one up. So yeah, weather's been really crazy around here. It's been relatively warm though. We had a few really beautiful days. Sun was out, which made it so much warmer out there. I hope spring is coming. Think we're through the worst part. But it is only March in Wisconsin. Anything is possible yet. Matter of fact, a few winters ago, 2 winters in a row, we had a big snowstorm in April. I mean, oh, talk about Mother Nature being cruel. All the robins were back, and the trees were budding out, and we got a foot of snow. I mean, it's one thing to be mean to us, Mother Nature. It's another thing to be mean to the birdies and the animals. Oh, we're getting sticky again. Dab, 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 dab. So yeah, I felt so sorry for the birds. It's like, I go to Bob, I said, what are they going to eat? Because the ground was, you know, thawing, and so there were bugs and worms. You could see all the birds digging in the grass, getting, you know, stuff to eat, and they were starting to build their nests. And then, yeah, we get slammed with a foot of snow. That was not nice. So some of the tree buds froze off, but most of them were okay. The trees had lots of leaves on yet for the summer. But yeah, that's, oh, you know, everybody has spring fever. You know, you're in the 60s for the most part, or at least the 50s, and then you get this big snowstorm. It's like, oh my gosh, no. And then, yeah, I think it was 2 winters in a row that happened. Well, that one winter, it was a couple of years ago, when we broke records. It was the worst winter around because we broke records for not only the amount of snow we had gotten that winter, but also for the cold temps. So it was double whammy. And we are really, let's see if this works. I never tried dabbing on this. It does work. Never tried going on the back of my hand either, or on the palm. But I imagine the oils from your hand make it less sticky too. How many of you out there diamond paint now? And if you do, how long have you been doing it? Like I said, I know more and more colorists are getting into diamond painting. I just love it. Oh, love, love, love doing diamond painting. And like I said, was it last month? I really get in these spurts where I am either really in a diamond painting mood or I'm really in a coloring mood. Just kind of goes back and forth. So I know in January I was really into diamond painting. Much more so than coloring. So I didn't get as much colored that month, but I still got a fair amount. Had to make sure I was recording it. I've been known to do that, thinking I hit the record button, and I haven't. And you're like, oh, especially if it's a coloring chat, because it's like, I can't redo that. It's always something, right? We have the new humidifier running. I don't know if I mentioned that. We went and got a new one. And it is so much quieter. It's still noisy enough, but we have it running on low now. When we first got it, we had it running on medium because our air was so dry. I mean, yeah, we had like 15% humidity in the house. That's pretty darn dry. And I thought maybe that had something to do with Bob's coughing so much, which has just been driving him up a tree. And the next day, believe it or not, he was so much better. And I'm like, aha, been bugging for him to get a humidifier or to get the one on the furnace working, because then it's whole house, you know, humidifying. And I just thought that would be so much nicer rather than having to fill the humidifier all the time. The one we got is a 5.5 gallon though, so it holds quite a bit of water. We don't have to fill it up real often, but it is still like once a day. Eventually, it was supposed to go, oh, I forgot how many hours, but it doesn't in our house. It was supposed to be, it could run up to like 72 hours or something like that. I can't imagine that thing running that long without refilling. But again, our house is dry, and even when it's running, we do manage to get it up to the upper 30s. So it's never in the 40s, you know, and you're supposed to have humidity between 40 and 50. Never over 50. That's too moist. Look, we got the pink egg done. All right, so let's put this away. And let's go on the other side. Now, normally I would do just this. I would, you know, just do one quadrant at a time, if you want to call it that. However, because there's just so much blue background, that would be very boring. So let's go over and do this yellow and green egg. And we have a couple here, so we'll see how far. We got a couple more G's. G's, we got a couple more G's. All right, so we'll just get, now here, because we only have a couple, that would maybe be a good time to use a small tray, because you only need a few. But again, I'm just so used to the size of the big one that I just use the big one. Now this is a full round drill, which again, if you're first starting out, let's see if dabbing on the back of my hand works. If you're first starting out diamond painting, I would highly suggest doing a round drill first. Square drills or diamonds are more difficult to do because you have to get them kind of straight. But even if you don't get them straight, by the time you put the squares around it, they kind of straighten themselves out. But it just takes a little bit longer to get them in their correct spot. Okay, we have quite a few L's, so let's do that first. I have a tendency of doing that. Whatever I have the most of, here I made an exception. But by doing that first, you have a tendency of not missing some symbols as much. I'm notorious for missing symbols. Just like when I'm doing color by numbers, I miss numbers. So L is number 5. Ooh, pretty yellow. Much brighter than what it is on the canvas. Wonder how bright the green is going to be. Ours are number 11. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be bright yellow and green. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. Sometimes you like pastels for Easter, but... Okay, now we're not sticky enough. If that ever happens, all you have to do... So, I'm kind of glad it happened. All you have to do is take a tweezers. Now, all I have right here is the tweezers that came in this set. Or even a needle, whatever you have handy. And I just dig in there a little bit, kind of stir it up, if you will, so that a sticky is coming up on the top again. And then push it back down in there and you should be good to go again. So that's why I say these glue dots last forever. Normally, it doesn't get unsticky like that this fast. I'm not sure why it did. Sometimes I have, and I haven't figured out why yet, I have more problems with losing the stickiness rather fast. And then other times, like I said before, I did an entire diamond painting, never had to switch the glue dots out, and very rarely had to do any digging in the tip to make it more sticky. So, I'm not sure why that is. Could also be, just thought of that now, like I said, I only put 2 glue dots in, which is enough when you first start with a new diamond painting, when you first put the glue dots in. However, after you diamond paint for a while, you do push that glue dot or the 2 glue dots in farther, and that is when you have to add your 3rd glue dot. 3 of them, of the micros, are plenty. If you get the mini glue dots, 1 is plenty. To me, the minis are just a little bit harder to get in, but there are quite a few people who do use the minis. A little bit bigger than the micros. Some people I have heard do use the glue dots in their multi-placers. I've never done that. I think I would have a problem doing that because these are so sticky. And that's why I like the museum putty. I'll have to watch this video back and see what I all said I'm going to link. It's like, okay, I know I said this and this, but what else did I say? I'm notorious for forgetting to put links in when I said I will. Especially if I say, I'll link to that video down below. Yeah. And then I forget. If you ever notice that and you do want that link, email me and I will put it in there. Upside down. And it's here. So, yeah. I am just in love with diamond painting. I actually haven't diamond painted in a few days. I have been coloring up a storm. Probably because I got the new Art and Fly markers. So I have been busy matching up colors to color by number books. You know how I like to do that. Get in there. Now, with having to pause a couple times, I have absolutely no idea how long this color and chat is. Kind of going by the clock, but I know there for a while I had paused for quite a while, so I had this, that, and the other thing to do. Okay, we have a few L's. Come on down here. Now, because there are a lot down here, I'm not going to go down and do those. I only did it with the pink because there were just so few, but you wouldn't have to do that either. I just thought it would eliminate me having to get out that color when I got to that square. Now, you don't have to work by squares. I know there are some people, when they're doing, especially doing them this size, they work the whole canvas at once. I don't like to do that. I will do that, however, when I have a special drill, 30 by 30. And I just leave the plastic covering on. I do all the symbols, the same symbols on the entire canvas. Just removing the plastic where I need to work. So there is no right or wrong way to diamond paint. Some people like doing it this way, some people like doing it that way. So whatever works best for you. Same with storage systems. There are a million gazillion storage systems out there. Okay, maybe not that many. There's a lot. And I have quite a few, well, I would say 3 favorites. I think my ultimate favorite are the Elizabeth Ward containers. And I do have a video on that from a long time ago, probably a couple of years ago. And so, yeah, that with links to those, because they have different size containers. And so if you have a lot of one color, you pick the big container. If you only have a couple of one color, then, you know, you use one of the smaller containers. And so it's real customizable. And it comes in a tray. You can order separately all the different size containers. You can order an empty tray. So yeah, very, very customizable. So I love, love, love that system. And then the other system are these cases with, you know, the separate little containers. Now, they recently came out with, I don't know, for those of you who diamond paint, if you heard of the Tic Tac containers, because they look just like Tic Tacs containers, but they are meant for diamond painting, but they're really small. They don't hold mini diamonds. But now they have come out with double size Tic Tac containers, and those I do like. They have come out with some of these same cases, but they have the large Tic Tac containers in, so those I like. A while back, I did show, this is my other favorite system, I showed a system where I purchased a, it's actually for fingernail polish, and they have all different sizes, like 3-tier, 4-tier. I think I got the 5-tier because Diamond Art Club and some of the others are notorious for having a lot of colors. And I bought a bunch of these double wide, double size Tic Tac containers that I like so much. I bought a bunch off AliExpress. And they fit in those shelves, the round ones too. The first time I used it, it was with these round containers. And they fit in there just right, or sticky again. And yeah, it works so well. You can fit a lot of colors in there. And then if you're not using the top tray, which a couple of times when I used it, I didn't, I put like my glue dots up there. I put spare pens up there, my scissors if I needed it, a tweezers, you know, just stuff that you need while you're diamond painting. And so it was nice and handy. So yeah, I really like that. So there's a video on that also, if you are interested in that. And of course, links to everything in the description, because that fingernail polish stand was on Amazon, of course. Oops. Sometimes if it's sticking, if you twist your pen, it will let go. So I do that once in a while too. Sometimes it's not that the glue dots are too sticky. You just get to a spot that's not as sticky, you know, the glue isn't quite as sticky. So because this had a clear covering, you know that it's double-sided. Or no, sorry, that it is poured glue, which means if it's really curled, you can roll the canvas backwards and not hurt the canvas. Whereas if you get a diamond painting that has opaque covering on it, that is double-sided adhesive. And you have to be much more careful with those. Now we have, oh no, I was going to say I thought two drills were stuck together. It does occasionally happen. So yeah, most companies are no longer using the double-sided adhesive. Every once in a while you will get a company that uses double-sided adhesive, but even a lot of them from AliExpress have gone to poured glue, and these budget-friendly companies are poured glue. The vast majority of them. I don't remember the last time I did an unbagging of a diamond painting haul from a budget-friendly company that had double-sided adhesive. I think if you would get one, it may be from AliExpress, although I did see an unboxing of another diamond painter YouTuber. She got one from a company, well-known company, and she had a personalized one, and it was double-sided adhesive. I was amazed. let's see. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, I did want to talk about, a couple months ago, maybe a while back, created a second Facebook account. And I did change it down in the description. I had my Facebook account listed, but I wanted to keep that as my personal Facebook account. So I created a second one called Lisa's Coloring Corner. However, you know what, I did send out some friend requests, as one does. And, you know, so I had some friends. Over on Facebook. And I started getting messages from these friends earlier this week stating that they got another request from me. And here I was hacked. Just created that account not that long ago. So I want to double check. R is 11, yes. You know, just created that account not that long ago. Why is somebody hacking me? So there were a number of people that, you know, contacted Facebook asking to remove it, as well as I did too. So it was removed. Then I had a few friends message me again that it was back up. So they hacked me again. It's like, why? Why me? I'm just little old me here in my little coloring corner. So if I've already friended you on Facebook and you get another request, don't accept it. It's really ticking me off. I think all the hacked accounts are now off. One of the profile pics is me in a bar. It was for my daughter's 40th birthday. And so I did post the picture on Facebook, and they used that picture either as the cover photo or my profile pic. I can't remember. So that's how I knew it was not me that created it, because forgot what it's called. Not the profile picture, not the background. What do you call it? I have that beautiful blue, like angel, I think it is. And so if you see that one, that is my account. You see the other one? No, that is not me. But hopefully they're down now. Let's just hope and pray that another one doesn't go up this next week. Because then it will ask you if you have heard of, when they message you, if you have heard of, and I can't remember the 3 letters. It's like 3 initials. And then if you say no, they start introducing you to this, and I can't even remember what it was. I imagine they will eventually probably ask you for banking information or something. I don't know. I don't think it's ever gotten to that point, but... And most of us know you don't give out your banking information like that. But a lot of people have been scammed. So a lot of scammers out there. Sad to say. It's like, go out and get a real job, will you? Man, they tick me off. Especially when they target the elderly. Oh my gosh. Bella wanted to come back in. So, Bob let her in. Now, she's woofing to go back out. Usually she just lays down and sleeps while I'm in here. because if I don't let her in here with me, she'll sit there and paw and paw and paw at the door. So I always ask her when I'm going to come in here and record if she wants to come in. And yeah, she always comes in. Okay, let's do the R's over here. Bella, I am not pausing again. I paused enough today. I told you, I think it was in my last color in chat, when I did those mystery boxes, the diamond painting mystery boxes giveaway, where I gave away 5 boxes of 10 diamond paintings in each box. And I was wondering, that was the medium size flat rate boxes. And I was wondering if the large size flat rate boxes would hold, because I have so many 30 by 40s. Well, come to find out, 30 by 40s, I did send a bunch of them in the medium size flat rate boxes, so they do fit in there. But I thought, oh, I got a bunch that are, you know, larger than that even. And so I ordered some of the large flat rate boxes. Yeah, not going to work. Because the dimensions around the bottom, anyhow, are the same as the medium. Yeah, they're just taller, so you can fit more in there. So that's not going to work. So now I have a bunch of large size flat rate boxes that I don't know what to do with. So anyhow, probably the probably the end of March, beginning of April. I don't want to commit myself to a specific time, but I will be doing another diamond painting mystery box giveaway, and I'll do 5 more boxes of 10. What I did last time, if you weren't in that color and chat and had no idea, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I do mention in that color and chat that the first 5 people who email me that they are interested in the diamond painting mystery boxes gets first dib at them. And it's $20 flat rate for postage. So for 10 diamond paintings, some of them are 30 by 30 and some of them are 30 by 40. So yeah, I will be having another one coming up. Again, just not sure when. Depends on my recording schedule. What all other videos I have to do. Yes, Bella, I hear you. Such a whiner. I think there were a couple of other things I wanted to talk to you about. Let me see. Yes, I do write down notes. I think I covered a lot of it. I will be having a video, again, not sure when I'm going to get around to recording this. I'm hoping next week, maybe next weekend. I recently had put up a video on my channel unboxing the largest diamond painting I have ever ordered. And it was from Diamond Art Club. Guess what? I now have the largest diamond painting ever that I ordered to unbox. And not only that, it is the largest diamond painting that Diamond Art Club has ever sold. Wait till you see this whopper. Oh, but it's so pretty. let's do just a few of the whites, and then we'll call it good. So that's number 16. I know, Bella. Hold on, hold on. She's so bossy, isn't she? So I did have Levi again this past week. That poor kid has just been so sick so often. But you hear that now, you know. So many kids have been in isolation because of you know what. And so they haven't been getting exposed to the germs. And especially Levi, because Grandma babysat him since he was a little bitty one. And so he was not exposed to germs at daycare and, you know, things like that. So his immune system is probably not as strong as other kids. So, yeah, he was sick again. So I had him. And then in a couple weeks, Maddie doesn't have school, and so I am going to have Maddie one day, and then both of the kids the next day. Maddie is so excited. Oh my gosh, she has been wanting to come down by Grandma and Grandpa's for ages, because we have not seen her, I don't think, since Christmas. Which is very odd, considering, you know, I used to babysit her every single day. So that'll be fun. That'll be awesome to see her again. Miss that little girly. She's getting so big. You know, they grow up so fast. I think we'll do the white in this egg. Then we'll call it good for this chat, because I have a doggy behind me who is just whimpering, and I think, again, I really don't know with all the pauses, but I think we must be around an hour. Oh my gosh, dog. Can you hear her? I hope not. Oh. You'll survive a few more minutes, Bella. She must have heard Bob out there or something. You poor little thing. I feel so bad. Yeah. Woof. At least she didn't bark again and make me pause one more time. Holy cow, what are the gas prices by you guys? Holy cow. We were at under $4 yet. It was like $3.80 something. Nope. Went over $4 this week, or today. It's like every day it's going up. And you know, it's only going to get worse. You know, especially if, you know, we don't get the oil from Russia. Now, you know, we got very little oil from Russia. So part of me does not understand. You know, this whole war is affecting the world, right? Prices are going to go up. You know, inflation, everything. But, and I feel so bad for, you know, so many of those Russians even are so against this war. It is affecting all of them. So I do, you know, feel sorry for those people too. Of course, I definitely feel worse for the people in Ukraine. I mean, they're going through hell over there. Pure hell. It's awful. It is just awful. You know, we won't get into the politics of it, of course, but this whole war to me is just, yeah, dumb and gotten out of hand. So, we're almost done here, so I can let my poor whining puppers out. She doesn't like me anymore. Yeah, we'll do this. Let's see. Let's end on a happy note. I hate ending on a sad note. What is everybody coloring? I never even said, you know, or asked how everybody's doing. My gosh, not until the end of the video. How rude is that? Boy, I was just thinking of everything I wanted to point out on this because, you know, I don't do diamond painting in chats too often. I guess that's another question. Do you like the diamond painting in chats, or would you just prefer the color in chats? I know some of you, it probably doesn't matter. You're just here for the chatting anyhow. That's kind of how I am. I really don't care what the person is doing, as long as they're chatting. And I think that one's upside down, yes. With the lights up here, it's kind of hard to see, especially these white ones. Okay, I'll just do these whites in here. Yes, I know, doggers. And then, yeah, we'll color good. I just didn't want to end on a bad note. So, yeah, coloring, diamond painting. What other craft? Are you cooking or cleaning while you're listening to this? I know some people say they'll have it on the in the background while they're busy doing things. Okay, I would work up here maybe just a little more, but yeah, I do think the diamond paint in chat is probably long enough. Let me zoom you back out so you don't see my arm here. So, before I cover it up, we actually got quite a bit done in an hour. Got a lot of the eggs done. So yeah, I'll just finish the white in here and then probably do the L's. Some of the yellow and the dots. Yeah, the rest of the white I'll finish first though. Okay, let's get the coverings back on. I'll put those white drills away. Make sure everything's covered. There. Another thing that a lot of people use for diamond painting, if you don't want to purchase these, is these square parchment paper squares. Square parchment paper squares. Yeah, that's it. They come in huge packs. All they are these thin sheets, but make sure it's parchment paper, not wax paper. Wax paper will devastate your diamond painting canvas. These work really good. They stick on there and then come off really well. I don't know. I used to use these. I went back to these. These are more reusable. I find when I peel these off, they curl up a lot. But they do work really well. And if you're one, when you diamond paint, that you like to see the picture, I would, by all means, recommend the parchment papers. Because I know that's why some people leave and like to work with the clear plastic on. I'll leave a link to these too. Because they like to see the whole picture. Me, I have a problem with that because then I see this even with these, you can kind of see, and that's why I said, oh, okay, I'll just go down into the next section. I'll do that a little bit. Then I'll do here, and oh, okay, I could do that. Well, I'd be even worse if it was clear and I see this. I'm going to have a tendency of wanting to keep moving down. The parchment papers are much more see-through than these. So, again, all depends on what you like. Before I forget, I'm going to put these white diamonds away, because otherwise I'll have them all over the place. And got one down here. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take all of this stuff back out in the living room, and I will work on it in my own time. Like I said, I'm hoping to get that large diamond painting project. Oh, fingers crossed I get it tomorrow. So I'm going to be dedicating a lot of time to that project, but yeah, very anxious to start on that. So thank you so much for watching this diamond painting and chat. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the channel. Subscribe if you like what you see, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I put up new content. I hope everybody has had a fantastic weekend, and as always, happy coloring and happy diamond painting. Bye, guys.